Hello everybody. Welcome virtual attendees. My name is Anita. I work for AVN Institute of Engineering and Technology as an assistant professor in English. Today I would like to talk about the importance of English. I would like to talk about a few areas wherein we need to improve our language. This is a picture where actually we do have adjectives. What are adjectives? It tells us the quality of a noun. An adjective could be a quality or quantity. Now when we see this is a girl. She's a pretty girl. A boy, young boy. Man, an old man. So these all things are the qualities of people or things. A long snake, a small mouse, a big elephant. So these are the qualities. The quality of a noun becomes an adjective. If we want to improve our language, we need to understand the importance of adjectives and make use in our language. These are adverbs. Adverbs are something which you add to a verb. For example, she dressed elegantly. How is that she dressed? She dressed elegantly. They played happily. How did they play? They played happily. He touched the bird gently. How did he touch the bird? Gently. She ate her food hungrily. How did she eat her food? Hungrily. So when you add something more to the verb, it becomes an adverb. These are prepositions. Prepositions are wherein you add the word before a position. For example, the cat is sitting on the ball. Now again you do have two different nouns, cat and the ball. The word which is being used to connect these two becomes a preposition. The cat is sitting on the ball. The cat is sitting beside the ball. The cat is sitting above the ball. The cat is sitting between the balls. The cat is sitting in the ball. The cat is sitting in front of the ball, behind the ball, under the ball or near the ball. These becomes prepositions. Now when we talk about a few other things wherein we could improve in other areas of our language, they are homophones, homonyms and homographs. What's a homophone? Each of two or more words having the same pronunciation but different meaning, origin or spelling become a homophone. For example, right, you have like sun and sun. S-O-N is also sun, S-U-N is also sun. But again, there is a variation in the meaning and also the spelling. Only the pronunciation is one and the same. So they become homophone. Likewise, homonym. Homonym is such wherein the spellings are one and the same. The pronunciation is also the same, but again there is a variation in the meaning. For example, bank, B-A-N-K, wherein you deposit your money on one hand, otherwise you sit on the bank of a river, right? The spelling is one and the same. The pronunciation also is one and the same, but again there is a variation in the meaning. Basing upon the context, you understand the meaning. Likewise, homograph, here when it comes to homograph, you have the spelling variation. But again, skimming and scanning. Skimming and scanning are considered to be reading skills. Skimming is a process of reading to get an overall view or get an impression of the content. This is when you pick out the main ideas or messages. Now again, when we talk about skimming, it's all about the overall view about the reading. When, for example, when we check out a newspaper and you try to read it, there are some areas wherein you don't want to go into the depth. You simply read it overall, and again you try to understand through the help of the glance at the main ideas. Scanning is little different from skimming. Scanning is you go into the depth and try to understand all the details. Scanning on the other hand requires you to look for a particular word or phrase. You can totally ignore unnecessary ones. If you are reading, you must be having or about to have questions to be answered. Just wisely choose what you read and quickly get what may benefit. Scanning is you go into the depth and again try to find either the information or a word or a phrase, and you try to understand totally, not taking into consideration the unnecessary sort of things. You try to find out which is necessary to you. Today let us talk about homophones, homonyms and homograph. The meaning of homo is alike. Homophone. Each of two or more words having the same pronunciation but different in meaning, origin or spelling is considered to be homophone. For example, sun and sun, S-O-N and S-U-N. There is a variation in the meaning but not in the pronunciation, but also in the spelling. Right? For example, sweet and sweet, S-U-I-T-E is pronounced as sweet and S-W-E-E-T as also as sweet. There is a variation in the spelling but not in the pronunciation, but again there is a variation in the meaning too. The next part is homonym. Each of two or more words having the same spelling or pronunciation but different meaning is considered to be homonym. For example, match. Match is, it could be a football match or a cricket match, or else the other match is considered like there is no match between these two. Mean. The arithmetic mean and his two mean. See, the spelling and the pronunciation is one and the same, but again there is a variation in the meaning. In the same manner, right. The right hand side and your right. Ring. The ring which you wear and again the ring with which you play. On the other hand, if you talk about homograph, each of two or more words spelled the same but not necessarily pronounced the same and having different meaning and origin are considered to be homographs. For example, L-E-A-D. Lead could be either pronounced like lead or led. Lead, the one who leads, becomes a leader. Lead is a metal. Read and read. Okay, the present tense and the past tense form. Likewise, we'll talk about the paragraph writing as well. This is the area with which we understand how is that we could read and write, especially when it comes to essays. In a paragraph writing, you do have like a topic sentence which actually talks about the topic. It could either start with the topic, otherwise continue with some idea and end up with the meaning of the topic. And later on you continue with ideas which are the supporting ideas or the continuation of that particular topic sentence, wherein you have the appropriate content, wherein you add some details to it and literally you come to a conclusion which is known as concluding sentence. Here when it comes to paragraphing or summarizing, here you have to initiate with a kind of a thought and continue with the kind of content which are known as supporting sentences, and ultimately you end with the concluding sentence. Here I try to discuss a few areas of English so that we could improve our language skills, our communication skills, so that we could speak and write properly. and we could improvise ourselves in speaking and writing skills. Thank you.